Morning, everyone. CamiBaker.com here, getting ready to leave the tiny little island of Key West, and just thought it might be nice for myself later on for posterity to be able to look back at some video and just remember this beautiful, perfect day. And so I'm actually going to flip it around. I don't know what view I'm going to get. Hi, Chip. I don't know what view I'm going to get when I flip it around as far as what angle it's going to be, but we're getting ready to pass the southernmost point of the continental United States, and there is a really cool marker thing there, and then we're just going to drive down Whitehead Street, and then, hi Lisa, and then go down Duval Street for one last time. Hi Julie. And so I just thought I'd take you guys with me. This will take maybe 8 or 10 minutes to cruise on through, but just wanted to share so I can look back on it and share too. First of all, what a cool stinking car this is, right? Screaming bright yellow. When I asked the woman what kind of convertible does she have, she said yellow. I said, okay, well, I'll take that. But it's kind of cool to be in a bright screaming yellow car. So I'm going to flip it around, and I hope that I get a good angle because I can't see. I don't know. I can't see anything. Oh, I gotta turn. Oh, all right. You know what? I'm just gonna hold it. Okay, so this would be South Street, which actually has the original southernmost house here on the left-hand side. I feel like I'm giving a tour. I took one of those trolley tours while I was here, and they have a whole spiel. I highly recommend because I like history. But very cool architecture here, all the gingerbread stuff, etc. You'll notice that big, kind of looks like a buoy there. That is the southernmost point in the continental United States, and it is 90 miles exactly from there to Cuba. And that interesting little tiny building right there was actually put there. I don't know if you can see it. And it's where the first phone call from the United States to Cuba was made through that little booth. A little statue of this guy here. So this is Whitehead Street. Not a whole lot to see on Whitehead Street, but we're going to turn up in just a second and get on Duval Street, because Duval is the one that you always hear about, and it is one that has just hundreds of stores and art galleries and restaurant after restaurant after bar after bar after drag show after beautiful architecture and history. It's just awesome. So we're going to get up and turn on that so that I, one day soon, can look back and watch this video myself. So this is Duval Street. It's interesting how you can see right there on the post, all of their roads have a road sign and the little posty thing there with the painted thing. So, Duval Street. And just holding this phone like this freaks out some of the locals. I've had people say to me, you can't text and drive, and I said, I know, I'm not texting, I'm GPSing. But anyway, I'll just hold it and be relatively quiet. No, I won't. Lots of pedestrians, lots of bicycles. Interesting little note, there's a hotel up here that I saw, and I'll show you in a minute, that's really lovely, but it just looks like any typical little motel, just a little motel. I stopped in to ask the rate. It was $450 a night. Look, there's just inns everywhere. When I come back, and I will come back here, I'm going to stay at one of the really nice inns that's right on the water. There's so many different areas. Even though it's only 4 miles long and 1.5 miles wide, there's so many different areas. Even on Duval Street, there's kind of Party Central. There's the Bohemian area, Bohemian Village. This place right here, believe it or not, $450 a night. $450 a night for that place. There's the area that has more of a gay feel, you know, with the clothing and the arts, etc. And a couple of the drag bars. There's the wharf further down that has a lot of the cigar shops and seafood restaurants. So even just in 4 miles, there's so many different distinct areas. I went to Fort Zachary yesterday. Oh great, now we get to see the back of an ugly truck. Sorry about that. We'll focus on street stuff. As you guys may remember, as I was driving through a couple of days ago, later on in the day, it is just one live music after another. Do 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 do. Don't worry, people. I'm not looking through my phone. I'm just holding it up. I am being as safe as anyone else. So the locals around here, hundreds and hundreds of mopeds and bicycles. When you live within 4 miles of anywhere, you just bike it or moped it. Lots of cool places. See that one up top where you can sit and have lunch. And down each one of these little alleyways, there's other bars and stores, hammock shop, cigar places, etc. The sun. For all my friends up in New England who just got snow and are getting more. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you can see it on my dash, probably not. It's 78 degrees right now, and it's consistently been 75 to 85 degrees no matter what time of day since I've been here. So this is truly the perfect time to come. I would not want to be here in June or July or August. Holy moly. But for right now, it's absolutely perfect weather. Look, this old theater is so beautiful, this old theater, and now it's a Walgreens, for God's sake. But the lights on it at night are beautiful. All the little vendors that come out during the day. Down on the wharf, which is on the west side of the island, so that's where you go to watch the sunset. There's a lot of street performers and things down there. So it's really cool. On the east side of the island, you watch the sun come up, and there's a couple of piers over there. Of course, not nearly as many people watching the sun come up as they are watching it go down. Here's the Hard Rock Cafe, which is in an old building, old beautiful Victorian building. Hard Rock Cafe. There's a little place here with a lot of shops. Look at these old trees. Very, very cool old trees. Over here is Fat Tuesdays, somewhere in here. Fat Tuesdays has dance music, and I popped in there one night. So as you can see ahead of us, there, I don't know if you can tell, but that's water up there. Of course, we're on an island, so there's water everywhere. But down every little street, so many cool places to go. My bag is just as packed as it can possibly be, just with clothes and absolute essentials, and I wasn't going to get anything. And I thought how dumb it was for them to sell conch shells. But when I found out that I am a conch because I am from here, I did go buy a conch shell so that I can have it as memory of being a member of the Conch Republic. So as we head on down, I'll drive down a little bit on the wharf, a little bit. I don't think you can see a whole lot from the street. But Further down in there actually is where you go down and watch the sunset. So I'm going to be getting back on the main highway, heading out of Key West here in a little bit, heading back over the 41 islands and 32 bridges, or whatever that is. And along the way, I'm going to stop and do more Facebook Lives. When I get back home from this whole trip, my Facebook Lives won't be as numerous, but I mean, there's so much to see. I mean, look at these historic buildings. It's just so beautiful and so clean, and the people here are so friendly. I've been thinking about how many thousands and thousands of people here work in the restaurant and bar and cooking industry. Anywho, that's it, my loves. I'm going to jump on the highway now. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Oh, and let me just share this little story. Some of you read the post that I did the other day, but a couple of days I'm down at that place that I showed you called the Southernmost Point. And I'm on the phone and I'm having this collaboration call. I've got my sunglasses on and my hat, and I hear the word Cammie. I hear Cammie out of kind of in the breeze, and I think, they must have said Candy or Tammy. I don't know anybody here. I get a tap on my shoulder, and it's my aunt. Now, mind you, I'm in Key West because I was born here, but I've never been here, and I don't have family here. My mother, back in 1968, got pregnant, came to Key West in 68 to have the baby in quiet secrecy, which would be me. And so it's not that my family lives here or anything. My auntie is actually lives in Minnesota. I live in New Hampshire. I happen to be here. She happens to be here. I've only met her one time in my life. When my mother passed away, we had a funeral, and all my aunts and uncles and cousins and things came together 15 years ago. So after 15 years, meeting her one time, and totally with my hat and sunglasses on, we happen to be not only on the same island, but on the same street corner, and she recognizes me with all that going on. Oop, let me back up. There's a guy turning in. So how bizarre is that? How bizarre. Reality is stranger than nature, or reality is stranger than fiction. And so we went and spent time together on a boat. We went and did a sunset cruise, got to know each other. But it's just so bizarre how the universe works. So that was one of my little things. After 48 years, I come to Key West, and I randomly on a street corner run into a blood relative. It's just bizarre. So I will talk to you guys later. Gonna run. Hi, Ron. Have fun in St. Croix. Bye.